The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against people, poverty, or even pain. It is the battle of your own mind. You don't live life based on what is around you, but based on what is within you. Your life is the product of your thinking. If you can change the way you think, you can change the way you live. Many people are trying to fix their life without fixing their thoughts. But it is impossible to change your circumstances with the same mindset that created them. You cannot live a correct life with incorrect thinking. You cannot reach your destiny with a defeated mentality. Thought is the seed, life is the fruit. So, I ask you today, what do you believe about yourself? What thoughts govern your decisions? Do you think with fear or with faith? Do you think like a victim or like a visionary? The quality of your thoughts determines the direction of your destiny. Thinking correctly means seeing yourself as you were created to be, valuable, purposeful, and powerful. It means choosing thoughts that align with vision, not circumstance. You are not what you see. You are what you always think about what you see. If you renew your mind, you will renew your life. That is the power of correct thinking. Your thinking is the foundation of your life because every decision you make is filtered through the lens of your mindset. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas. They are builders of destiny. If your thoughts are small, your life will be limited. If your thoughts are rooted in fear, your progress will always be delayed. But when your thoughts are elevated, your vision expands, your confidence grows, and your actions align with purpose. Nothing in life changes permanently until the mind changes. You can change your job, your location, or even your relationships. But if your thinking remains the same, you will recreate the same problems in different places. Correct thinking is not wishful thinking. It is intentional, strategic, and built on truth. It begins by identifying the mental patterns that have been limiting you and replacing them with thoughts that elevate you. What you believe about life, people, money, and success will either limit your progress or release your potential. That's why your life can never rise above the level of your dominant thoughts. If you want to change your results, start by transforming your mind. When the foundation of your thinking is strong, your future becomes unshakable no matter what life throws your way. Wrong thinking is a silent enemy that sabotages dreams, relationships, and destiny without making noise. Many people don't fail because of lack of talent, opportunities, or resources. They fail because of the way they think. A person who thinks in fear will always avoid risk, even when opportunity is knocking. A person who thinks with a scarcity mindset will miss abundance even when it's right in front of them. Wrong thinking distorts reality. It magnifies problems and minimizes possibilities. It causes you to believe lies about yourself, doubt your purpose, and settle for less than you were created for. The danger of wrong thinking is that it becomes a cycle. What you think influences how you feel. How you feel affects what you do. What you do produces results that reinforce what you first thought. This creates a mental prison where you keep repeating the same struggles because your mindset never changed. It's not just about thinking positively, it's about thinking truthfully and purposefully. You must break free from patterns of doubt, fear, shame, and limitation. As long as wrong thinking dominates your mind, your potential will remain locked. But when you confront and correct your thoughts, you unlock the door to transformation. Thought patterns are not inherited. They are learned, shaped, and repeated until they become automatic. From childhood, your environment, culture, family, and education all play a role in forming how you think. If you grew up hearing, "That's impossible," or "We can't afford that," "People like us don't succeed," then over time, those words became beliefs, and those beliefs became your mental framework for life. But here is the truth: anything that is learned can be unlearned. Any mindset that was built can also be rebuilt. Your current way of thinking is not permanent. It is programmable. Just as a computer runs based on the software installed, like you go to bed, your mind runs based on the thoughts you've repeatedly accepted. If the input is wrong, the output will be wrong. So to change your life, you must change the information you allow into your mind. Feed it with purpose, wisdom, and truth, not fear, gossip, and negativity. Start questioning your assumptions. Challenge the beliefs that limit you. You have the power to re-educate your mind. Right thinking is not automatic, it's intentional. You must train your mind the same way an athlete trains their body. Discipline, repetition, and focus will help you replace learned limitations with liberating truths. That's how transformation begins. Thinking correctly starts with knowing your true identity. Until you understand who you are, you will think based on confusion, comparison, and insecurity. Your identity shapes your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your life. If you see yourself as insignificant, your decisions will reflect fear. If you believe you are powerless, you'll live a life of settling. But when you know you are valuable, chosen and created for a purpose, your mindset shifts from survival to significance. Many people struggle in life not because they lack ability, but because they lack clarity about their worth. They measure themselves by external standards. How much money they have, who accepts them, or what others say about them. But true identity doesn't come from opinions or circumstances. It comes from a deeper understanding of your purpose and design. You were created with intention, which means you are not a mistake. You carry within you a seed of greatness that cannot be erased, only ignored. When you know who you are, you stop thinking like a victim and start thinking like a visionary. You stop reacting and start creating. Your mind becomes focused, fearless, and free. Identity is the root of thinking. Once that root is healthy, every thought that grows from it will produce fruit. You don't need more money. You need better thinking. Many believe that financial success begins with a paycheck, an opportunity, or even a lucky break. But the truth is, wealth begins in the mind long before it shows up in the bank. A poor mindset will always sabotage financial progress, no matter how much money comes in. This is why some people win millions and end up broke, while others start with nothing and build empires. The difference is not in their income. It's in their thinking. Rich people don't just think about money. They think in terms of value, vision, and legacy. They see problems as opportunities and time as an asset. They invest in learning. They manage their emotions and focus on multiplication rather than mere consumption. A poverty mindset says, I can't afford it. A wealthy mindset asks, how can I create it? One is based in limitation, the other in possibility. Changing your financial situation starts by changing your thoughts about money, work, and worth. You must see yourself as creator, not just a consumer. Money is a tool, not an identity. When you think differently, you make decisions that attract increase. Correct financial thinking is the first step to lasting prosperity. Transformation doesn't begin on the outside. It begins on the inside in the mind. You can change your clothes, change your schedule, even change your habits. But if your mind is still locked in old thinking, your life will return to the same patterns. True and lasting transformation requires mental renewal. That means replacing outdated, harmful, or limited beliefs with thoughts that align with your purpose and potential. Renewal is not a one-time event. It is a daily decision to think higher and think clearer, purposefully. Every day you are being influenced by media, conversations, culture, and even your own memories. If you do not intentionally renew your mind, the world will shape it for you. Mental renewal is about choosing what to focus on, what to believe, and what to reject. It means becoming aware of the thoughts you've accepted without questioning and confronting the lies that have held you back. You cannot enter a new season of life with an old mindset. A renewed mind sees challenges differently, responds to failure with growth, and expects great things even in uncertain times. When your mind is renewed, your life follows. Internal change always precedes external success. That's how true transformation is born. The mind is a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. Every day, you are planting something in the soil of your mind, whether you realize it or not. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, don't be surprised when your life produces anxiety, confusion, and stagnation. But if you plant seeds of faith, purpose, and discipline, your life will yield clarity, confidence, and growth. The truth is, your dominant thoughts become your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions create your reality. Just like a garden, your mind must be protected and cultivated. You must guard what you watch, listen to, read, and speak. Negative influences are like weeds. They don't need permission to grow. If left unchecked, they will choke out the potential in your thinking. That's why mental discipline is so important. You must water your mind daily with truth, feed it with wisdom, and prune it by removing toxic thoughts. You are not powerless over your thoughts. You are the gardener of your destiny. Choose what you allow to grow. Be intentional with your mental environment. When your mind is full of purpose and peace, your life will reflect beauty, order, and harvest. Everything begins with a seed. And that seed is thought,